Hi, this is Antje from the DASS Erasmus Project, and today I would like to show you a mind map tool called Bubble.us, which is great for creating, of course, mind maps, which you can use, for instance, as advanced organizers, as brainstorming tools, and in general for structuring your learning progress. So they are great for working with an e-portfolio and working on your learning progress. So as you can see here, this is the first page of Bubble.us. I've already signed in. So in Bubble.us you have to sign in, but then you've got 3 mind maps free. If you want to create a new mind map, you have to click on the green button on top on Create, and then you can just start creating a mind map. As I said, you have 3 free. So if you want to embed a mind map, which means you use the embed code and embed it on a Mahara page, for instance, then you have to keep it, but then you can also change it later. The best thing is, as we found, my students and me, to use the finished mind map and just download it as a picture, put the picture on Mahara, and then simply delete the mind map. Then you have another one for free. I've got 3 mind maps here, as you can see, and I would like to show you my personal learning environment. I click on it, and then you see this is my personal learning environment. This is of course in German, but I'll explain it. So in the middle I've got my parent bubble, which is basically the highest level, and then you can see I've got other green bubbles, which are the next level, where I explain, for instance, what do I do in my personal learning environment? I work with stuff, or I collect stuff, or I organize it somehow, or I do research, or I share things. The next level then is blue. Then I explain where I do it. And the last one is dark blue. This is the people I talk to or other things. So it's a different level again. And this I can show very nicely with Bubble.us. I would like to show you now how to create a new one. And I'll do that on the same page so that you can see. I just move, if I click on the background, I can move the whole mind map to the side. And then I click on this plus button here to create a new bubble. It's just simply a new bubble. I want to move it, so I just click on it and move it to the side. And then I say, okay, this is my new parent bubble. And again, my PLE, but this time in English. And I can edit it now, as you can see. I can make the letters bold. I can change the color of the bubble if I like, for instance green, and a few other things, which you can find out. It's no problem, I think. So I want to have another bubble that is connected to this one. I click on the button below the bubble, and then I can add a child. This has a fat line between those 2 bubbles. So here I can again change the color. I can say the next level is maybe blue. And then I can write something, for instance home, because that's part of my personal learning environment. So I can do this. Now, if I want to have another bubble that is not connected to the original parent bubble, I click on the button on the right-hand side, and that is a sibling, as it is called. So I click on here, and then I've got a bubble that is not connected. Again, I can write something, for instance desk, yeah, and again I could change it, but now I want to decide which bubble I want to connect it with. So I click on the arrow here, and then I click on the bubble I want to connect it with here, and I have got the connection. And I can build mind maps like this. I can move this around now, like this, or whatever I want to do. I can change the colors. I can do anything with it, as you can see. If I want to share this mind map, I go to the top, use the share button, and I can decide if I want to share it with a link, which would be just a link on a website as Mahara, for instance, or if I want to embed it, and then I'd use the embed code, and then I would put the embed code on the page. I can also download it here with the download button, save as, JPEG, PNG, or whatever. I can also print it out if I like. So as you can see, Bubble Us has many opportunities.